ain't coming, I ain't visioning the past, about to jump into the bag. Ain't coming, ain't. I saw the whole thing coming, I ain't visioning the past, about to jump into the bag, to the bag, to the bag. I saw the whole thing coming.
We are something else.
All right. Welcome to We Are Something Else, episode 240. Autumn leaves. It is a Takeover Thursday. Oh, it's your boy Kaleo. There's Takeover Trina. There's my boy Rich. And then there's Sammy. Daddy Behavior returns. Now, I appreciate y'all for being here. No CB tonight. CB is tied up with work. I wouldn't know anything about that these days. But yeah, shout out to CB, who's handling stuff for that company that I used to work for. We hit you in with Spirit, though. You hear with us in Spirit. He might be in the chat. Kendall B's in the chat. I see Cardo. I see Dave J. James and Pedro. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I haven't used this in a while because he skipped out on us a couple weeks ago.
Be easy.
It was his birthday.
Shoe and fashion
it was
report.
his birthday, right? Britt Sheree, good to see you. Welcome in. Everybody off mute.
Good morning.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. That was the wrong button. I forgot to switch. Everybody off mute. Takeover. How have you been? I know, right? Takeover. How have you been? It is a Takeover Thursday.
Yes. What's good, everyone? Good to see everyone. Happy Thursday. Get the audio right, Kaleo. Yeah, we are here. So let's get it started. Let's rock out tonight.
Real Estate Poppy, good to see you. E, what's good with you?
Ain't much, bro. You know, it's Thursday. I'm still working on the clock, but you know, that ain't nothing new. But yeah, you know, it's raining out in Southern California. Tony lie, but you know, we here for it.
Okay. Sammy, welcome back. How are you?
What it do? I'm good. Just prepping for color run duties tomorrow. I'll be outside all day spraying kids with color paint, whatever.
Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun. Snarky Mac, welcome in. Wherever you are, CB, working. Look, we got you. My week has been good. Same old. We know we're getting ready for this test. I'm trying to get this cert. Hopefully get it done on the first go round because God knows you don't want to start diving into those other rounds of taking that cert. I did take so when you sign up for this school, you have to take like a placement, kind of a TABE test for funding or whatever. You know, that's how they kind of gauge their student success. So we had to take a midterm on the TABE, which is like a 4-hour long test. So I did that on Monday. They talk about brothers mentally tired, but it's all good. But all that, look, let's get to work. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight, and then yeah. So, did y'all know that Lincoln died again? They killed Lincoln again. And this is what I mean by that, right? The death of the penny. After 232 years, the last penny was minted today, a couple of days ago, at the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia. U.S. Treasurer Brandon Beach said the final coins will be auctioned off and the actual last pennies put into circulation from the U.S. Mint were struck in June. President announced via social media in February that he instructed the mint to stop making the once popular coin, citing the cost of production. The penny cost nearly 4 cents to mint, more than the coin is worth. The penny will still remain legal tender, but they will no longer be in production. So rest in peace to American penny. The penny was introduced in 1793. You could buy a biscuit, a candle or a piece of candy. Now most of them are cast aside to sit in jars or junk drawers, and each one costs nearly 4 cents to make. So let's talk about that. The death of the penny. Now, this is a sad day. One, because our money doesn't mean anything anymore for the most part, right? But like I think about how many times we walk the street or walking just places and we see pennies on the ground, right? And we just we just walk over top pennies like homeless people. Don't stop to pick them up or nothing. We just leave them because no one really cares about the penny, right? It still spins. I mean, every now and then when you have that extra tax, you go digging in the side of your door or your cup. Everybody got a little penny spot or a change spot in their car. Don't act like you don't. I don't care how fancy your car is. You got one somewhere in there. But the fact that we look over top of money when a lot of us are in need. And now not to say that there aren't enough pennies in circulation that we'll even notice it, but the fact that they're bringing it to our attention, I think people will notice it now. So some of the memories I had with the penny, I just remember sitting down with my mom on the weekends, or maybe my grandmother, and rolling change. That's probably an outdated thing. And people don't probably roll change anymore. But you used to take 50 pennies into the little wrap, and you could wrap pennies up to a monetary of 50 cents. So
they still do at the banks.
What, the banks? But it used to be a pastime. You have all this change, you just dump it on the floor, you separate it like a puzzle piece, and it's a lost art form. Now people roll other things on the weekends with their parents sitting in the middle of the living room. It's just not pennies. Takeover. We haven't seen you in a while. Thoughts on the death of the penny?
All right, so let me give you a penny for my thoughts, okay? I'm going to miss pennies, okay? It's kind of like writing checks, the nostalgia of it all. But I get it. If it costs more to make a penny than it's worth, I'm all for it, It's going to be hard, though, because it was so much you could do with a penny. Like you said, rolling pennies. You could throw a penny in a fountain, make a wish. You could collect pennies for like school charities and donations. So I feel like this is a way to increase prices and keep inflation high. And they're like, yeah, no more pennies. And I went to the bank a couple of weeks ago and they did not have any pennies, which was crazy. So I tell you one thing, I don't want any penny crypto or none of that mess. Just let it be.
All right. And look, he said penny got burnt from good times. We're losing JC pennies as well, too. So, like, everything with
all the daggone pennies.
All the pennies are gone. Shout out to the pennies, man. Did y'all ever used to go to the coin store to go cash in your coins? Yeah, we used to collect our pennies and do that. That's what happened with my pennies.
Nickel loafers. That's a good point. Nickel loafers.
Yeah. Well, they'll be missed. I don't miss rolling pennies. While you may, it wasn't fun for me because I was doing it for labor. And also justice for the $50 too. Let us not forget those we lost in the past.
That's true. I mean, do y'all even know that there's there's a 50-cent piece with JFK's face on it? There's remember that dollar coin with the Native American lady on it that just was hot for
a
There we go. And now it's gone. So, thoughts on pennies?
I'm at a loss for words. This shit can't be real. Y'all gotta be fucking kidding me that we're talking about pennies. This is what we talking about. We're talking about pennies.
Yeah,
we're talking about pennies. We're talking about pennies. Okay.
It's because it's brown, right?
Because this is why
it's the brown coin. You know what I'm saying?
Don't start with me. No. I mean, listen. I think again, like you said, fond memories of as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Old school. Used to get that big ass water jug. You know what I'm saying? Like once it ran out, You used to go take that, put it in your room, save up your pennies and your quarters and everything you could find. You used to rob your parents, probably look in the couch cushions, you know what I'm saying, and get all the change, just so that you could have something at the end of the year, you know what I mean, or to like save up for whatever toy you might have wanted. I don't think these kids nowadays have piggy banks. These motherfuckers just want bank accounts already. You know what I'm saying? Like, set me up a bank account. You know what I mean? Let me get so I can check my account on my iPad. You know what I'm saying? While I'm watching, whatever on the iPad. So I think it's a good thing. It's a hit or miss. Our generation was probably for the pennies and then before, but these kids nowadays, they don't care. They probably don't even count pennies in school no more.
That just goes. It's a funny topic, right? You were talking about pennies, but it just goes to show just like where we are with money now. Like, you're taking money out of print or mint, right? It used to be valuable. Our dollar means nothing now, and even the most simplest form or the lowest monetary value, they're taking it out, and they rather print Usher bucks than the penny, right? But no, I just think about how many times I've looked over. Just you can go. I'm sure everybody can walk around outside within a radius of a mile and probably find at least 3 pennies, 3 cents, right? That's what they say. The average, you can probably at least find within a radius of a mile of your house, you can find at least 3 cents. And just think about that. Penny candy was the coolest, yeah. So it's a funny topic, but it just also shows you just how where things are. When things are changing, right? So. Losing pennies, losing jobs, losing all this stuff. All right,
bro, please. Dog, you're killing me, Smalls. Come on, dog. I need you to be a little bit more positive. Like, I need that energy.
You know what? Hold on. Let me show you what this is. Hold on. This is what else. This is where your pennies went.
Let me say something. If y'all truly believe that 500 something odd acres where Six Flags America is currently standing is about to be turned into something that is worth a damn, you're a fool. They're going to do the exact same thing there like they're doing all over the state of Maryland, which is driving me insane, which is putting in more damn townhomes. This entire state is turning into one big-ass townhome. And in between the townhomes, there's going to be a Royal Farms and a damn Wawa with less than a quarter mile between each other. I don't know who is the person in charge of like the building plans around this state or why they keep approving it, but y'all are knocking down trees by the masses to literally keep building the exact same design townhomes that can nobody even afford. So half the time these townhomes be just sitting there looking stupid. Then y'all keep putting 6 and 7 gas stations all within a mile of each other that are all roughly priced around the same price. So then what the hell is even the point of that? And I don't understand it. I will never understand it. I don't understand the appeal of townhomes. I will never understand the appeal of townhomes. But I damn sure don't understand why the people who come up with these building plans are not able to find something different to put in these spaces outside of townhomes. It makes no sense for you to keep building places that can't nobody afford, number one. We also don't need to keep inviting more people to this damn state. We ain't got no damn space, okay? Put something else there. Or just put a better amusement park. Six Flags America wouldn't be shut down if every time we went there, there wasn't something wrong. That's the problem. Over the years, you were never able to go to Six Flags America and there not be at least 2 to 3 rides down. So that's the reason why people got sick of going there. That's the reason why it wasn't pulling in any revenue. Every time you went there, something was wrong. So to be honest, all they really need to do was take a few years, shut it down, do a complete renovation, get shit in order, and then reopen it. But watch. They're going to knock that shit down, and it's going to be filled with townhomes. Them people lying to y'all. Let me say something.
So, you've been gone for a minute. Ark was good. You've been gone for a minute. So, but you've been back on a regular visit, and so I know you may know that this is a big issue right here. I know Takeover knows for sure. And Sammy, I'm about to bring you up to speed. So, Six Flags America is in a staple area in this in within the PG County area. From everybody knows where it is. It's here. It used to be growing up. It was Wild World. Then it Cal Ripken had bought it and it went to Adventure World. I believe Jack Kent Cook was the original owner of Wild World, who used to own the Redskins. That was his park. And then he sold it to Cal Ripken and became Adventure World for a while. And I believe he sold it to Dan Snyder, and then Dan Snyder sold it to Six Flags. And this is probably the main amusement park in the area because there's King's Dominion is probably about an hour and a half away, and then you got Hershey Park, which is another hour and a half away, and then you got like Dutch Wonderland. That's the other one in Pennsylvania. That's again about an hour and a half away. So our local amusement park is closing down, and the guy was right. Like for the most part, every time you've gone there recently, it's like 2 rides working, right? But then the bigger problem is they are knocking down, like Maryland is still a lot of trees in Maryland, but they are knocking down tons and tons of trees. People are selling off their land for freaking townhome communities. He's not even exaggerating. There are townhome communities popping up everywhere. They all look the same. They either got that brownstone look or they look like they want to be brownstones, and they're starting at like $300,000. Well, maybe 4s, because PG County is an expensive county. 400,000 on up to over by the harbor is like $1 million. And he's not lying when he says there are a bunch of Royal Farms and Wawas popping up. It's like driving in a circle. You just like, it feels like the same. It's like Groundhog Day. The same things happen over and over and over and over and over again. And it's just, I don't know. And I know it's probably multiple developers that's involved with this, but it can't be just 1 or 2 that has the same idea and just keep building the same old stuff. And now we're getting sheets. Sheets are popping up everywhere now too. And dash-ins take over. There's probably like 4 dash-ins on the way up to you if you take 301. And they're literally across the street from each other. So I did read that area where Six Flags is, it's in a prominent area. It is supposed to be like that land was licensed off for an amusement park or some type of entertainment complex, like when it originally. So they would I think they can find a way around it, but hopefully they will build something there because people are losing jobs too. Like you're talking about summer jobs for teenagers who want to be productive and have jobs and make some money. Like that is one of the main staples. Go there and then they hire, talking about a few hundred to 1,000 employees every summer. Keeping youth employed. And now that's gone away. Who knows? That's all right. I said a lot. Takeover, what do you think about this land where the Six Flags is? What should it be? And let's talk about townhomes. We'll go around about that.
So I heard bro out, and my thing is you can't please everyone, right? If PG County builds more homes, it's because they want to attract more individuals, they want to attract more families, and for the county, that's going to equate to more money, more property taxes, right? If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. So I would agree. I would love to see Six Flags revamped. And then, we can have a grand reopening, or let's see another type of amusement park or entertainment park or center, But let's be serious. There's always going to be people who are going to be against that. Because like you said, there were the people who didn't want to go to Six Flags because it was Six Flags for whatever reason. Six Flags was great. Okay.
Teenagers too.
Great place to go, So I don't know. And he brought up, the homes are not affordable. This is America, Jack. You say the homes aren't affordable, and that's to each his own, right? Because homes are popping up in PG, and let's be serious, people are buying them, so somebody can afford them, right? People don't want a super Walmart. They don't want an Amazon warehouse. They don't want a data center. So say one of the most meaningful things you could do is survey the residents that live in the surrounding area and ask them what they would like to see, because in the end, they're going to be the ones who are going to be impacted by whatever is built there, whether it's homes, a shopping center, another tourist attraction, whatever. They're going to get the hit of the traffic and the flow that comes through there. So that's my thought on that. And to another point, he said they keep building the same type of townhome. That's not true, because I definitely know about not even 10 minutes up the road, there's a different type of so there's all types. Like you said, there's all types of builders. So you can't please everybody.
Right. Now, E, this is your neck of the woods.
Yeah. All right. So I think what also is missing that we have to put in contrast of what's around that area. There's a mega church that's just right up there that causes traffic on Sundays and also holidays when they do their thing. And across the street from Six Flags is also a senior living center that does not boast well for it to have a amusement park across the street when them old ass people can't even go over there and get on the rides. So this is a money business grab, right? Let's just call it what it is. Money makes everything. We already know what it does. It makes the world run. So put up your Wawa that's gonna compete with the one that's down the street. Put up your townhomes. I'm gonna probably buy or purchase, a lot. I'm gonna put a family in there, and I'm gonna make some money, just like how everybody else should be doing in the country. I'm playing the game that they done told us to play. You can't be mad at it, like Trina said. If that's what it is, it's happened before. It's gonna happen again. Right up on. So after that's Central. Please forgive me because I don't want to start naming off names like I'm out here. Central. If you keep going up Central Ave and then you keep going up there right after you cross over the Bowie, because again, once you cross over Food Lane or whatever that is, I forgot what that is. Then you have 301. Once you cross 301 and you go, I was there with bro and I was like, yo, there used to be something over here. It's completely gone. Trees. That's what it was. Completely gone. 4-bedroom townhomes with the loft up top, the whole nine. The Bay Sox Stadium, which is still trash, is right over there. I think it's the Home Depot that's still right there. So again, it's all about money, right? Everything is about money. So where my property is, if you go further down 301, right? You have the same situation. You have older apartments or older townhomes, but you have a new Wawa, you have a new what's the Harris Teeter, you got a school
now too.
Right. You got so everything is established about people that are spending money. They would not be putting these shits in places where people were not spending money. Everything is about money, regardless of the color of that person that is spending the money. They don't give a damn because the color of money is green. So I say all that to say, don't be mad when y'all start seeing a little bit more different color shades up in Central Avenue when it didn't used to be that.
What do you think will go in that 6 lands slot? Like I said, I had read that land was designated out for that type of entertainment. Like, but
that's a contract, bro. That's but what I'm saying is that's contract, right? So they can turn around and say they can preserve a portion of it, say this is what it is, but then everything built either outside or around it. Because again, they don't just own that lot; they own everything. Again, that's granted probably outside of that. They probably already purchased that little set of trees area that's before even Six Flags, right? So them building everything up in for that is what it is. So, and it's like this. What's likely to be another theme park that would actually go there based upon knowing what's there now? You still have to compete with that church and you have to compete with the old people's home across the street. No other amusement park has that problem. They're all in areas where they either have the hotel set up where people can stay and actually go to the amusement park and spend money, or it's in a residential area where people come and there's plenty of parking for people to go.
Yeah.
Do you remember Enchanted Forest? Do y'all remember that?
Where was that
Out
at?
in Howard County.
That was further out. Yeah, I think I remember that one.
It could be something like that, small scale. It was, like a younger kids kind of crowd. Could be, you could build that and build a neighborhood, make it nice.
Sammy, do you care?
I mean, technically, we kind of got the same thing going on in Houston.
Okay.
They're trying to take over Herman Park. That's actually one of my favorite parks to go color.
Is it amusement
And-
park? Or is
No,
it
it's just a regular park. But
Okay.
like, it's a park where they do farmers markets. Sometimes they do live shows. It's just a lot of things that they offer at the park. But they're trying to take it over. They haven't said what they want to do with it. So yeah, and we're also much like y'all. We don't need nobody else in Houston. Houston is
Oh my, Houston is a spot now, right? That's
jam packed enough. I'm so tired. And again, I just went on a rant about these transplants coming over here and then don't even know the culture. So I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, also you mentioned sheets, and I just want to say that I found out what a sheets was about a year or two ago, and I'm so happy about that. Y'all know we don't have none down here. We don't have any sheets.
Sheets
First of all, that was my first introduction to the East Coast. I saw that shit and I immediately say I will never stop for gas at a place that's called Sheets. I don't care what nobody and their mama say. It's why name it Sheets? Why?
It's the last name of somebody.
And then the logo, like I don't.
Could have picked something else. Could have picked something else. HEB stands for something too in Houston, right? If you look it up, it stands for something. Different. What I'm saying is it stands for somebody's. It stands for a name. But what I'm saying is, you ain't gonna sit there and be like, I'm gonna call my shit Sheets when you know that that's in Virginia out of all places. This is what you want to name your establishment is Sheets.
Right. Got to get to Sheets.
But look, hold on, wait a minute now. People have done gone fucking crazy for this Buc-ee's that's somewhere.
Don't disrespect. Don't disrespect.
Don't want no Buc-ee's.
Don't disrespect.
No, wait, Buc-ee's is like. So wait a minute. We don't have anything near. We don't have a Buc-ee's nearby. They just put one about an hour away.
I know what it is. No, we ain't know what a Sheets was, and the only reason I know is because my job got some stuff going on with it. We got some contracts.
Buc-ee's is like it's a Walmart gas station, right? They got everything, and apparently that jerky is.
It's not like a Walmart. It's different. You got to get to one. Okay, and an official one, like a Texas one. Don't that stuff y'all building out there? You gotta do right.
All right,
I'm not spending that much time at the gas station. I'm gonna get my gas and go.
You saying that, Trina, you ain't been. You ain't been.
I've been to Buc-ee's. I've been to Buc-ee's.
Okay, I've never
been. A Texas Buc-ee's?
Yeah, I've been to Buc-ee's.
Which part of Texas?
I'm about to take a trip.
One I was in outside of Atlanta.
Oh, you went to one down there. So I've never been to one. People keep talking about it, and then like I said, there's one now in VA. I'm about to check out and see what it's all about. All right. Speaking of which, so talking about our people, our people, right? We don't take nothing serious, right? So one of my points for this Six Flags thing was like the youth. I know that may have been the reason why they shut it down too, because the youth, there was always an issue with guns and fights up there too. That could have had made it an easier decision to shut it down too, because of just how trash these youth are these days. But another local story, and this ties in kind of sort of with just about the youth. If you take Six Flags away, you take away things productive for kids to do. You know what they do? In fact, it doesn't really matter what they do, because here's a local story that wasn't serious, but they found the right one.
God, where her mother at? Where this little girl mother at? People are stunned that the robbery suspect is just 12 years old. One of those robberies happening right here near the Noma Gallaudet U New York Avenue Metro station. Riders tell me as they get off trains that they can't believe that this suspect is 12 years old. Let's roll some video to show you more about these robberies. Police say the 12-year-old and a group of juveniles were out here on the 200 block of M Street Northeast trying to steal someone's bike, but snatching their groceries instead and running away around 7:45 last Wednesday night. Around just 20 minutes later, someone is riding a scooter on the Metropolitan Branch Trail near the 1300 block of 2nd Street Northeast. Detectives say the 12-year-old girl and a group of juveniles grabbed the rider's book bag, stealing the scooter and a cell phone. And then this past Sunday, that's when police tracked down one of the suspects, that 12-year-old girl, charging her with all the robberies. People who live in the neighborhood are shocked that the suspect is so young.
God, where her mother at? Where this little girl mother at? Where they role models at? Where's the adults? That's the question we all trying to figure out.
It's a sad and unfortunate.
Niggas are extra. Niggas are so extra.
That's me. Don't give me no microphone.
But he ain't lying though. He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
So local news reporter Shamari Stone, like, he's famous for how he tells his stories. Like, they always clown this guy because when he goes to do like the on the street report, like, he's like behind the counter working and trying to tell his narrating the story. But this was a serious story about a 12-year-old girl out here that's robbing folks. But we can't get past the first 3 or 5 seconds of the video. They always find the right one. Like, and the sad part, the dude looked familiar. It looked like you may know him. I don't know. But everyone in the comments is not talking about the story. They talking about this guy stealing the show. Right? Now, he does have a serious point. Where her mother at? And to all that, where's her father at too? Yeah, these kids are trash. They're getting out of hand too. Down the Navy Yard, you know what Navy Yard is. They had to put them on curfew until like midnight recently. Like, all the youth had to scatter by midnight, but then come back a couple weeks ago. They were out there fighting the Coast Guard. Y'all know the president had put Coast Guard in place throughout the city to cut back on crime. And some of these teens jumped a few Coast Guard members. That's on the news as well. But where am I at? But let's talk about everything. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. Got the homeboy that he interviewed that kind of stole the show, and then you got a serious undertone story that's there too. Oh, you're right. National Guard. I said Coast Guard. National Guard.
I've been asking what the hell going on out there for a minute. I've been sending it in the group chat, the East Coast and the amount of the kids robbing robbing people for the cars, doing the joyrides and all that good stuff. And you know what I mean? Like, first of all, and I wasn't even trying to be funny, but I was like, the stop, isn't that the place for the people that can't hear? So yes. She taking advantage of people that can't hear. She rolling up on people that I'm just asking because I saw that and I was just like, that gotta be. I mean, you know what I mean? And it's for 12. Somebody taught her this. She also seen this somewhere. She got this from somebody. She just didn't be like, oh, I'm about to start robbing people. She clearly either knows people that do it or she got some type of influence for sure.
All right.
Born and raised in the good old District of Columbia. And, bro was funny. He added the comic relief. But, I mean, that is the question everyone asks. Where are the parents, guardians, whomever is in charge? Where are they at? Is crazy. Like Kaleo said, it's out of control. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, daytime, midday, nighttime. And as soon as, something happens, then it's like, oh, my child would never do that. But the youth are out here doing it. So what do? The city, they're trying their best. One thing I would say, and this is on a serious tip, I think that from kindergarten on up, every child that's in DC public schools needs a role model to follow them throughout the year, every week, checking in, seriously. And that's not to say that it's going to stop crime, it's going to lower crime, but The youth definitely need to see another way. If they don't have a role model at home, they need to see role models in the schools. Somebody to say, hey, you can go a different route. It don't matter where you grow up, southeast, northeast, don't matter. You can bring yourself up and become a productive citizen and give back to your community. But yeah, bro, I mean, he had to add the comic relief because I mean it's crazy. And you don't want to see nobody's child getting hurt because someone is fighting back. Stuff it gets deadly.
Sure.
I was cracking up because when E and when Trina both came up, they did the side like, and I was just like, it's too much. We all just do the same things. But yeah, these kids are definitely out of hand. That man was funny as hell. He is me because like in a sense of heightened, I don't know, like heightened events and things like that. I always try to be the comic relief, so I get it. But these kids are definitely out of hand. They got some little trend called the flip camera trend where they dance in front of the camera and then flip it on to somebody that's like less attractive or somebody with a disability. And like it's disgusting as hell. Like it is disgusting. But they need some guidance. They need some role models. I'll put my little niece out there. I won't say which niece, but one of my nieces was out there stealing. And I told her, I said, every time you steal, I'm driving from Houston to Beaumont, coming in your room, and I'm stealing from you. You gonna get it just like you giving these people. And so she thought I was playing, and I came to her room at 10:30 at night, like a thief in the night, and stole from her. And she woke up the next morning like, what is going on? She was in tears. She was flustered. And I'm like, that's how those people feel when you stealing. So sometimes they just need to know like the repercussions of what they're doing. Like, hey, this is making somebody feel like this. Sometimes a punishment might not work. Whoopings don't work for these kids nowadays. I'm gonna say that.
Right. I mean, the whole idea of being like parent, like the whole idea of being a parent is just lost these days. Like I think the few of us that it don't even have to be about two-parent household because some of us are raised by our grandparents, some of us are raised by single moms, single dads, and turned out just fine. I think it's just giving a damn that matters, right? And it's just when you get to a point like this, it's just a cycle. It just trickles down, and then it just yeah. All right, we're gonna bypass one story real quick. This is just a quick go around real quick because I got to do this picture while we have it. I just want you to name the crime. Name the crime. Real quick, go around. Sammy, what did he do?
Come back to me.
Name the crime.
He broke into a Wendy's and made himself some nuggets in the middle of the night.
Takeover.
How about he went into the Buc-ee's and you know what I'm saying? He was trying to get Buck Wild. And that pissed him off.
Right. I mean, whatever he did it and just put somebody else's crime on top of it too, because he did that shit too. He definitely guilty. But now he did something serious out in Roanoke, VA, at a gas station. He shot up a gas station. But yeah,
I just knew he was from Florida.
Nah, he's from
Florida. Always got the wild.
He may be from Florida, living in Roanoke, Virginia. All right. All right. With all that, let's just start moving on because we're on the other side of it. All right, it is a Takeover Thursday, and we are in the hot seat. Hold on one second. I ain't got no job, so I got time.
Okay, Kaleo. Thank you.
In the hot seat, Takeover Thursday.
Much appreciated, Kaleo. So this Takeover Thursday is a terrific Takeover Thursday. And my segment in the hot seat is when I like to put the crew in the hot seat and ask them a question that they have no idea what's coming to them, right? So we can get that true, authentic, raw answer. And our audience gets to learn more about the We Are Something Else fam, right? Okay. So this week I entitled my hot seat topic, Ready to Sign Them Papers. Okay. So, from our perspective, countless times we have sat and we've talked about various musical artists or entertainment artists or even athletes, etc., about the bad deals that they have signed, right? And so a lot of times we say, oh, they were desperate for money. They were young. We've heard people say, well, I've been waiting for my dream to pop off for countless years. So, they just took whatever because they were trying to make their dream come true. And we might say, okay, well, they should have had a lawyer read over the contract. We don't know. Maybe some of them actually did. And the powers that be said, okay, look, take it or leave it. This is what you get. So my question to everyone is, you never know who's watching the podcast, right? You never know when that big break might present itself. Right now, if you were presented with a contract out of the blue, right? And you had less than 24 hours to make a yes or no decision to take the We Are Something Else podcast to the next level with the following terms. Decent money. So we talking about some meals, but okay. And I'll throw in another bonus. Let's say you had access to like pre-release shoes, right? So that's going to get you excited, but they told you, okay, little to no creative control, Kaleo. And let's say, okay, now, your look is cool, but you got to change it up a little bit. We're going to change everyone's looks and, your persona a little bit, right? 1 year deal. Kaleo, E-Rich, Sammy, what would you do?
Y'all would put me in the hot seat first. Okay, wait, Trina. So you said it's 1 year.
Yep.
No creative control.
And I can't wear what I want to wear. I mean,
they might give you pink hair, and that's what you got to rock.
I wouldn't mind that. I think for 365 days I could do it. I've done worse things for 365 days. Stay with a nigga didn't deserve me. I can do it for a meal.
Okay, I respect that.
We can do it.
Okay, I appreciate that. E-Rich.
Oh, did he leave? Well, what happened? Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. My bad. Go ahead.
I did that shit on purpose.
I had you.
All right, well, because there's three of us, we would have to talk as a pod and make a decision on whether or not we want to sign that contract as a group. If it votes well and the vote says that we sign the paper, then we sign the paper and we deal with it how we got to deal with it. So that's my answer. That's my politically correct answer.
Okay, but let's say 2/3 were like no, and the other third wants to do it. Then what happens? You go. I mean,
2/3 vote.
They want to retire their mama. You know what I'm saying? Build her that all glass house. What you going to do? You going to let the bro not retire his mama?
Listen, unfortunately, when you sign a contract with your bros and you have a you have a business and it's more than one person in your business, you know, you got to go with what the decision is made by the group and not just by one. You know what I mean? And that's why everybody already signed a death row contract, and you know what it is. So,
yeah, I mean, since we vote on it as a unit, it had to be. We'll have to go with the the unanimous decision. And now, if we're talking about like me losing creative control, I mean, for a year, I mean, shit, that's no different than what I was doing past year. At that comment, like, I didn't have any creative control. I was making a paycheck, and I wasn't happy in that situation. So, if the money is good, I mean, sometimes you gotta do decisions what's right, and then you can just while you're in that moment, revamp, think of what you're gonna do on the other side of it, and just sometimes you just gotta take the money.
What if you got to interview Drake first?
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy question. Me, I'll interview Drake. That's not a problem for me.
That was for E Rich. I'm sorry.
I don't have a problem with this dude. Like, why is everybody thinking I got a problem with that dude? I don't know him. I just don't, Anyway, next we'll go on to something else. I ain't gonna start. I'm not gonna be on my soapbox. Okay. That was a good one, Trina, though. I appreciate that one. That was a good one for sure.
Thank you. I mean, like I said, you never know when that big break will come. So something to think about. So this is Takeover Trina and
Welcome to D-Cup Customs, the most creative crafter in these streets. At the heart of the magic is Doreen. If you can dream it, she can create it. Need a one-of-a-kind piece for your business, your project, or even just your ego? We got you. And it's not just tumblers either. We have shot glasses, pens, mugs, badge reels. Basically, if it holds ink or drinks, we do it. And Doreen, she made me a custom Black Panther cup. I was drinking out of it and somebody wanted it so bad, they offered to buy it from me right then. And Doreen looked at me and did this.
Take it, fool. Turn down that good money.
Look at this piece. It's gonna be amazing when it's done. But we don't just do ink and glitter. We also do custom vinyl. So again, if you can think of it, she can do it. We also love working with our guys, and we can't wait to work with you. So if you use the code WRSE15, you will get 15% off your order. Thanks. See you soon.
Shout out to the one for creators of D-Cup Customs. That's Doreen and Dimitri. I've got my D-Cup right here, custom made. Shout out to them. Good. Look, got the Jordan Infrared 6 on there. It's got the DC. It's got some Chuck Brown on there. Some Prince and Pharrell. Yeah. Keeps my drink nice and cold. So yeah, D-Cup Customs, WRSE 15. And then look, while you're at it, if you're hungry, shout out to the wonderful people of DC Shop Pie. Grant doing major things these past couple of days. Backstage at the Fillmore, feeding folks that's on tour there. WRC 10, DC Shop Pie, talking about Black-owned pizza, Black-owned Chicago deep dish pizza. They ship all over the United States. So check them out. Shout out to Grant. Shout out to Margaret. Wonderful folks at DC Shop Pie. And now... All right, bro. What you got?
All right. I know we have some young or younger participants on the panel tonight, maybe in the comment section as well. So some of these items that you're going to see may miss you. You may not understand them, but it's all right. You know, this is where we're here to educate. You know what I'm saying? This is for, you know, us that have been around, you know, a little bit, you know, walk this earth a little bit, you know, not pissing the ground off. You dig? I need to know. And again, this is a fun, is it just E? You know, we need to switch it up. I can't be angry, the angry black man all the time. I need to know what your top 3 kid movies are out of this selection here. Now, I'll go last because I have a bias to Matilda, but not Matilda. I'm sorry, to one of them. I shouldn't have gave it away, but you know, I think that what's lost is that you know, the movies that we saw when we were younger shaped us, right? We still either quote that, there's certain things that we remember about it. And a lot of it has to do with us being outside and us like doing, you know, shit with other kids and just having fun. You dig? So I need to know, out of these movies, I need to know your top 3. And yes, I know there's more. There's going to be people in the comments going to be like, oh, you forgot. Da, da, da. I don't care. This is my show. Deal with it. So I'm going to go with Trina first because Sammy's probably trying to Google some of these to see what year they came out. We're going to figure it out. Trina, what you got?
So I have number 3, Little Rascals. Number 2, My Girl. Oh my God. You know, you know. And then number 1, Home Alone. Classic. And I stamped that.
All right, bro, you up next. We giving Sammy some more time. She's still Googling what some of the movies
are we doing this in order? I mean, like, did we break it down 3, 2, 1 like that? You want to do that?
Bro, just give me a 3, bro. Give me a 3.
All right, 3. So let's go, because some of these I was a little older when, like Space Jam. I was already old when Space Jam came out. So let's do. All right, I'm gonna go with Little Giants. I'm gonna go with. It's between the 2 of these. I already know what the number 1 is. All right, I'm gonna go with Sandlot, and then I'm gonna go with Home Alone. Mighty Ducks and Sandlot with neck and neck, but I got to go with Sandlot, and then Home Alone for sure is hands down number 1.
Okay. All right, got some good ones out there. All right, Sammy, outside of looking at your phone,
don't. Because I was alive during these movies, and
first of all, nobody said that you weren't alive,
and I was old enough to watch them. I know these movies.
Okay, all right. What you got? What you got for us then? Since you was alive,
3 is Little Rascals, 2 is Matilda, and then 1 for me. And this is just, you know, this was the first movie to make me cry. It's Air Bud. Because why did he leave that dog like that in the? It touches my heart every time. I don't know. But yeah, number 1, yes. Air Bud. He gonna put that pudding right there. Go on, get out of here. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Mine is definitely Matilda, and then it's Little Rascals, and then it's Home Alone. Shout out to Matilda, the black girl that was in Matilda. Actually, I went to church with her when I was younger, so you know, young superstars. But yeah, that's it. Listen, you know what I mean? It's a good look. These are movies that I still feel like adults can still watch, and ain't nobody gonna look at you funny style. You know what I'm saying? They shape who we are, and we still use the references to some of these movies nowadays. You know what I mean? And shout out to I think they just did a Anthony Edwards just talked about how Matilda was his favorite movie and how he got the chance to meet her. So again, classic movies like that really do stand the test of time. So that's where we're at.
All right, Kaleo, what do you got for that good old copper chop this week? Well, look, hey, Kith strikes again. See, these are CB's no. Oh, this is normally what CB has his notes. I had to rush and do notes at the end. Kith strikes again with the Marvel versus Capcom A6 collab, which is happening. All these shoes released tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the Kith website for the raffle. But yeah, you've got a couple dope collaborations here. You've got Iron Man versus Mega Man. It's a double pack that retails for $450. I can spotlight him real quick just in case you know. Iron Man versus Mega Man is the two pair that's in the middle. You got the Iron Man orange and the Mega Man kind of like that blue looking one. You've got Captain America versus Guile, which is again it's a double pack. Retails for $450. Then you've got the Ryu, which $220, and then you got the Wolverine, which I believe is going to be a lot of folks' favorite, which retails for $220. Again, on the Kith website, the auction, the auction, lotto, draft, all that the drawing begins tomorrow. The raffle begins tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the Kith website. So if you guys had an opportunity to cop or chop these Capcom versus Marvel A6, is there a pair that you're eyeing? I mean, given that you hit the Mega Mans or the Powerball and was able to get a pair of these, which ones you feeling, copping or chopping?
For me, I'm gonna chop, but for Be Easy, shout out to him, I'm gonna cop. So it's Kith. So
Be Easy,
everyone he
Shoe
wants.
and Fashion Report.
Okay. Any pair you're eyeing in this?
Hey, that comment, please. I'm kind of sort of eyeing like the little beigeish ones with the blue line. I don't know. Yeah, kind of sort of. I'm trying to move more towards brown and earth tone sneakers. So yeah, I'm doing the whole wardrobe revamp. I would cop those. Anything outside of that, they not giving.
Okay.
Nah, I'm gonna lead these to CB, bro. Like this ain't my lane. I'm more of the the graphic tees that they probably come out with. There's a lot of Street Fighter, tees. They kind of reveal some of them. I think they go live on Saturday. I think the tees go live on Saturday.
Right. Yeah, tees are Saturday. Tomorrow's the shoes.
Yeah.
And hoodies are Saturday too, I believe.
For sure. I definitely got to cop one or two, but not too crazy because we trying to let these PJ hoodies go. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I'm even wearing a retro. There you go. I'm wearing the old school logo right here with the sail color. I forgot all about this shirt. Why not bring it out? All right, let's do a little bit of shoe and tell, and then we can maneuver on. So speaking of collabs, dope collabs with sneaker companies. I know the Simpsons and Adidas go kind of hand in hand, and I was able to copy these a couple years ago. These are the Krusty the Clowns. Obviously, that's green, so you won't be able to tell. It's kind of a carpet material on the back, but yeah, they look super cartoony. These are the ones that I liked out of all of them. Which model was this? This is the like ZX4000 or something like that. On the inside, Simpsons logo. But yeah, Krusty the Clown, super comfortable. I was able to cop these off of the Sneakers app when they first did this collab. So a lot of dope collabs between Nike, Adidas, and Simpsons. Size 12.
Hi guys. I have my shoes because I'm back home. Hold on.
Oh, that's okay.
I got some sneakers. Okay. Got some dunks, guys. I was not the background. I was anticipating these. They kept going in and out of sale.
See them.
StockX verification. Yeah, y'all see it. Y'all see what it is.
Cheetah print
on the back.
Yep.
Real cool, real nice. Y'all know I love a good animal print, so I had to, hop up on it. I can't wait to style these because I have so many outfits in mind. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Takeover, you got anything?
So last Takeover Thursday, we discussed one of the segments, Bob Ross,
Mm-hmm.
and the joy of painting.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to show up today with the Bob Ross socks.
Dope.
Now,
Okay.
next time I'm gonna bring the shoe that I'm gonna pair these with, but I can't wait to wear these. I'm going to like a holiday paint and sit with some ladies. So I thought it would be cute to wear these.
Okay. Okay. E, what you got?
Because I can't let my bro just be out here flexing on the Simpsons because we had a moment. we had a moment on the way to Dreamville, and the clouds was everything in that moment. You dig? And before that, you gotta have everybody gotta have a pair of Simpsons something, right? I got the Bart, the Bart shoes. You dig? I got the Homer slides. I think you just need to have a pair of. And you know what? I think Vans does the best collaborations when it comes to.
Vans does do a hell of a collaboration.
Probably nostalgia, right? Because they did the Tribe Called Quest. They had some other ones. Like they actually do pretty good at the culture and knowing what the shoe community and not necessarily just what everybody else is looking for. So shout out to Vans for that. And that's where we at.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We're supposed to talk Grammys, but we can always have that conversation another week or whatever. The main thing I want to touch on with the Grammys was just the Clips being nominated and the opportunity for them to finally get one. And then what kind of frustrated me is that didn't Kendrick walk home with 6 Grammys last year for GNX? Or was it for the one song? Because the fact that he's nominated again for the same project.
It was just for the song.
All right.
The Not Like Us song was what he was nominated for. Because
Right.
GNX wasn't out by that.
Okay. What did Drake say? Kendrick just dropped. Somebody hand him a Grammy right now. But I just hope that doesn't hamper, because to me, the Clips got the album of the year, right? I mean, we're going to talk about top 5 albums next month anyway. But the influence that the album had for the culture, they still released the tour that they ran almost back-to-back nights. They went on every interview. Like, they did what they were supposed to do to make that album look and sound good, and they didn't miss a beat. So let's talk about album of the year real quick. We can go down another list later. Album of the year, Chromacopia, Tyler, amazing album. Right? Tour was dope too. Leon Thomas, Mutt, Kendrick, GNX, Lady Gaga, Mayhem, Clips, Let God Sort Them Out. Sabrina Carpenter, Mama's man's best friend. Justin Bieber, somehow I guess they got to give more swag, and then however you pronounce Bad Bunnies. You know, there's a surprise in there. I just don't see. I mean, I would love for Clips to get album of the year. I just don't see it happening. I mean, I think you either, I mean, depends on what the night looks like for Kendrick. You can justify that. I don't think you give it to Leon Thomas just because he'll probably get like best new artist or something like that. Lady Gaga has a fight for it just because she's Lady Gaga, right? When's the last time she's been nominated? Bad Bunny on the Super Bowl year. That could be, I mean, it could just be his run. Kendrick had the Super Bowl run too. And then, I mean, I'm totally not counting in Justin Bieber. But Sabrina Carpenter, they seem to love her. She could be the darling of the album of the year. So any thoughts on
I would think Tyler outside of Clips, but I would then go Tyler, but why is Justin there again, like what you said? And then is Sabrina Carpenter like this generation's Christina Aguilera? I'm trying to okay. I was just wondering, like, who's their Fergie, you know?
Well, yeah, she seems to be the one, right? That's, I mean, they hyping her up. She may have won Best New Artist, or her, or Chaperone, or one last year for that too.
Please.
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, you got. Yeah, I'm looking at the list. I don't know. Thoughts on that one, E?
I mean, I think there's it's not biases. I think Clips had the best rollout because it felt like we were anticipating the project, and then you deliver with the songs, and then you deliver with performances. Um, I think they'll get it because they have more visual, and not to say like outside of. So if you look at Kendrick's GNX, he really only has I think 2 videos. So he really only came out with Not Like Us and then Squabble Up, right? Oh, and then he's got the one with SZA, my bad. But you got the clips, you got them performing at, they're doing the fashion run.
The Vatican.
Yeah, so I think they have a solid chance. I mean, I clearly would like for them to win because I do think that is the best album so far this year. I'll go ahead and tip my hat on what's my number one album, but we'll see. It's a good look. I think, like I said, we talked about it last week. That whole no rap on the top 40, that's bullshit. So,
Takeover, thoughts on?
I mean, do you even need to ask? Second Home, 757, 2 Up, 2 Down, VA All Day. It's going to be Clips. I'm speaking it. So let's get it. Bring my man Skateboard P up.
Right.
I'm ready.
I think that's what we all want. Justin Bieber gonna fuck around and win album of the year, and that's gonna piss everybody.
I will stop listening to music if that shit happens.
It's gonna happen. Nah, anyways, but yeah, that's dope. Happening tomorrow, Kindle B Morning Show live on Station Head, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, 8 and 7 somewhere in the middle. Followed by the Abstract, me at noon. Also, safe travels to all of the folks that are traveling to see Daydreamer, the Dreamers this weekend. Safe travels to you all. And pay attention to social medias and see what shenanigans folks are getting into this weekend. But look. Go ahead.
Before we go to anything else.
No.
I gotta say this before I get put out. All right. I want to say happy birthday to my sister Shandy.
Happy birthday, Shandell. That's right. That's
birthday.
Watching? She watching?
Yeah. I hope she is. If not, I still got a stamp time date that I said happy birthday to her, so that
happy birthday.
Yeah, shout out to my sister because she keeps me right, and I don't want to get put out the family will just yet.
Hey, happy birthday. So look, Takeover kind of talked about like the opportunities of things happening and growth and signing contracts and all that. And obviously, if that ever became a thing, like I'm taking each and every one of y'all, if it was up to me, I'm taking each and every one of y'all with us or with us, because y'all have helped not just obviously me and CB who founded this, but E came along and was right in there, jumped right in. Superfly, who held us down for a while, letting us use his crib. And then when we didn't need the crib anymore, he stayed on as just an on-screen personality for a while. And then, he let the reins to me, CB, and E. And then we found you ladies who have helped build our brand extensively. Seriously. I mean, we feature y'all every Thursday. Every Thursday is a different lady. We're still looking on that sneakerhead. If we can lock in that 4th week, we're going to be dangerous. But I just want to go and say how much that we appreciate all of y'all as a team. We are all a team. Right, we build together. We're in the trenches together, and just like family, we fight together. But look, at the end of the day, we got to respect each other. So, anybody got anything to say on that?
Hear you.
Oh, boy.
I do have to say, when y'all in them comments and you have things to say about Sammy Slated, I feel like if you know that we have previous spats and we don't deal with each other, keep it at a minimum. Like, I don't feel like I should be a topic in the conversation. You can say hello and keep it going. But outside of that, focus on the things in your life. Try to make yourself happy. And that's all I can give you.
Takeover. Anything? E, anything?
It's a terrific Thursday. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Positive vibes, good energy, and go forth and be great.
Bro, you got anything? Oh, look, listen, everybody go listen to Give Me Some Space, talking about positive vibes, great energy. Me and Sean Xavier put out an album a couple weeks ago. Give Me Some Space. We got some dope things that's getting ready to happen. The album is like 19 minutes or less. So check us out. Download on all streaming platforms. And
Follow us on YouTube at WRSC Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe.
Ain't coming, I envision you past, but then jumping to the bag. Ain't coming, ain't